I'm, because we've done well here on the show, and that's no secret to anyone, and we're grateful to all the fans for that. I've decided to get a personal trainer, and this is something that I have put off doing for a long time, and it's out of fear, but I finally found somebody that I think I connected with, and somebody who I look at as an example of what I think I can do. And that's big to me, to find someone who I look at a certain body type. I look at somebody, I go, that's out of reach, or that's something that I can't do. But this is someone who I met with. We had a consultation. He understood my limitations, and he understands the potential there. And I'm excited about this. And I think that it'll challenge me. This will be something that, I don't, take lightly. This is something that I'm really going to now really try to do with this person who I'm fully committed, and they're fully committed, and they have represented some people, and they've, coached. I don't even know the term, trained some of the most famous people in the world. So this is my personal trainer, Pat.
I was Ralph May's personal trainer, and you see how that went. He really tried to pull a guy. At least I got his money.
Yeah. Well, he did work with Ralphie at the end. And I don't think we can look at the results. I think we have to look at the journey. And I think the journey was valuable. And I think even though that didn't necessarily end in the way that, is positive, I don't think it's your fault. I think you certainly did the best. And what are your plans for me? What should I really be, looking forward to, and what should I be kind of like focused on?
Lots of walking.
Yeah. Well, we can do that. We certainly can do that. But again, this is someone who gets me, and he gets what I'm capable of. And so many trainers, when I've met with them, don't, and they push me. Pat has said, I don't really, or shouldn't even think about going to a gym for 3 to 4 years, which I think is important, to just kind of start slow. And isn't that right, Pat? You said I should just really not push myself. And this is something that
I trained Lizzo too.
Yeah, he's trained Lizzo, and they're getting very serious now with Lizzo, and I saw, Lizzo kind of walking you around the mall and kind of pushing you around. And I think that's good. That's where I'm going to start. We're starting just kind of moving Pat through certain, areas. It's amazing when you meet someone who has a passion for fitness, that Pat does, because I have not, my whole life I haven't had one, but Pat has kind of showed me that fitness isn't necessarily any one thing. Fitness could mean many, many things. And the passion that he has for fitness, and what he's been able to do. At one time, I think he weighed over 400 or 500 pounds. And what he's been able to do, with his body is very impressive. And I am just in awe of that. And it's something that I want to emulate. And this is something.
Breathing is even a workout too.
Yes, breathing is. And that's what he told me. He goes, breath control and breathing is probably the most important thing, and that I shouldn't really get into weights or cardio, to just kind of just the in and the out, the in and the out, the in and the out. Are you taking on any new clients right now? Is there anything that you're excited about? Is there anything that you want to promote? Or you're promoting any fitness programs? Because I don't want to keep all this to myself. There's a lot of people out there that need help. And one thing I've learned is that when you have something good, you want to give it away. You want to share it, because that becomes, a really important part of the journey of growth, is not hoarding the knowledge, sharing it freely with other people. And Pat has allowed.
Just you hopefully you won't die like Ralph did.
Well, that's the goal. That is certainly the goal. But we go nice and slow. That's what we've learned. Slow and steady wins the race. And that's what Pat has always said. We don't want to move too quickly. We don't want to disrupt the systems that we've come to rely on. And it's really amazing, you know, how you've inspired me. And I want to thank you again for everything that you've done, not only for me, but for several other people that in this business that you've worked with. And, you know, the trainers don't get a lot of attention. You know, nobody calls and says, "Hey, what a great job." But you've done a lot, and I really am excited to work with you and to see where this relationship goes. I think it's just going to be amazing, and a lot of people are very excited that I've chosen Pat. You know, because a lot of people were worried that I would choose, you know, one of these LA bullshit trainers, but I chose someone who I believe is inspiring and committed. Been an amazing time. We've worked together for 2 months. We haven't really done anything yet physically, but the point is to really just kind of fully, you know, he has me reading through the history of gyms and personal fitness and exercise, writing a lot about that, and, you know, just reading a lot of theory. And that's where I think
The other trainers don't work hard like I do.
that's a good point. A lot of them don't. And it's unfortunate. And it's something that I think, you know, is really amazing, is that when you find somebody who gets it. And I want to thank you. And I just want to, I hope that you don't give up on me. Just don't give up on me. That's all I'm asking. I know sometimes it might be frustrating, but we're in this for the long haul. I'm just hoping that you are in this as well for the long haul with me. This is, you know, you're a spectacular find, and I hope you're as committed to this as I am.
I will never give up on you, but it's a really good paycheck.
Well, there you have it. This is my new personal trainer, Pat. Thank you so much for everything, and we appreciate it. And again, if you're interested in training with Pat, contact me via DM, and we'll get you his information, because he's absolutely one of the best. Thank you so much. I took the Helix quiz. I was matched with the Firm mattress because I sleep on my side, and it's great. I love it. It's a huge upgrade. It's something that's very important. Sleeping is one of the most important things in life, because you're rested, you're ready to take on everything. But a lot of people out there don't sleep well, so they're insane. What do you think about sleeping?
I love sleeping, man. It's the best. Especially with Helix, it makes it a lot more fun.
Well, Helix makes your bed match you perfectly.
Nice.
Right?
Nice.
Because here's what Helix does. Ben will fill out a quiz and they go, "Oh, this guy's an idiot. Where would he want to sleep?" And then they match him with the bed that's right for someone whose thoughtless head hits the pillow every night. Somebody like me, they go, "Oh, we got to get a bed for a genius." They have a 10-year warranty, and you get to try it out for 100 nights risk-free. They'll even pick it up for you if you don't. I mean, this is in all actuality. All of my beds are Helix.
Mm-hmm.
They're easy. They come in the thing. You know?
Mm-hmm.
They ship them to you. I mean, it's really good. They have the pillows.
Free pillows.
They're offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. HelixSleep.com/TimD. HelixSleep.com/TimD. Go and get, because here's the deal. They're cheap and they will ship them to you, and they're great beds.
Yeah, 10-year warranty. I've never heard of a mattress having something like that. And they can do financing options, which right now with,
it's huge. Great idea. You might want to keep that cash.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think Helix is just, it's taking over the market, you know? HelixSleep.com/TimD. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tim Dillon Show. That was our friend Pat. Our very funny friend Pat, who has muscular dystrophy, and we brought him out to California. My voice is going, and it's not COVID. I've tested 95 times. No cigarettes, 5 days. But you're going to hear the voices. It's a little strained. But instead of abandoning you and giving you nothing, we're doing an episode. But that was our friend Pat, who we flew out here with his mother and his nurse to be a part of the show. And, you know, no one's going to write an article about that, but maybe they should. Maybe they should. And maybe if you are in the press and you want to write an article and stop lying about the homes I have and start saying, who does more for people with muscular dystrophy than Tim Dillon, right? Is Trash Tuesday bringing out cripples?
No.
No, they are not. No, they are not. So, of course, I'm here. And I don't do nice things to keep bringing them up. It's not a big deal that we paid for the whole thing and brought him out here with his family. It doesn't matter. It's something that anyone would have done. And I'm not bringing it up to basically try to get goodwill for myself or for the show. What I'm stating is a fact that we did a selfless act. And when an act is selfless, you don't need to bring it up. And we don't. And I don't. I don't bring it up. I say one time what we did. I tell you one time what we did. And then if you want to go to the press, you can go to the press, and I am available to do interviews about it because it was a nice thing to do. He was a sweetheart of a man, and we like him a lot. And his nurse was a little bit wacky. His nurse, now, again, with the nurses, I'm telling you right now, these nurses, I'm telling you, I'm not even going into like hacky COVID nurse shit. That's for my special. It'll be out in 7 months. But I'm telling you, the nurses have to be watched because this guy's nurse ended up stealing his credit card and then sucking dick for crack on Sunset Boulevard at like 3:00 in the morning. This is true. This is all true. And his nurse was on many drugs, and it was very strange to me. Am I lying?
No, so far, no lies. So far, no lies.
So I'm just saying we wish the best to everyone involved because his nurse it was stunning. The nurse hadn't been a nurse for a while, and then they brought him back for this, I think they fired him because he was doing drugs with the guy. And then they said, you can't do drugs with him. And I think the nurse's attitude was like, who cares? It'll be fun. You know, he's lived longer than we thought he would live. Let's have a party. And then I think the parents were like, let's not do that. Let's get out of here. And then they brought him back for this one trip. And they go, we're going to LA to do the Tim Dillon show. We're going to bring you on this trip. And the nurse